Hello! All right, I'll turn that off. Hello and welcome to Blaine's Escape Corner, our little corner of the internet where we get to hang out and talk about the things that help us escape. This has been a busy 24 hours for me. So last night we were talking about all of the shows. Oh, that. I had no idea that was a hotkey in order to do something in Restream. How funny indeed. I have had a busy 24 hours in which I was talking about anime that I cannot wait to watch for the spring season. I was talking about anime that I can't wait to watch for the spring season with Brandon, the anime guy. And here I am, last minute, showing up, saying, hey, let's talk about anime some more. Let's talk about the things that help us escape. Let's just kind of relax and enjoy ourselves. I have had a busy, hectic day to the point where I am still posting all of the different anime stream informations, starting with Blaine's Escape Corner.locals.com. Not a place for you to find pervy things, but indeed the place wherein locals content exists. So let me get that locals content in on the bottom chat links here. There we go. All right, there's all of those. We got it. Replace that pinned message. That's what I say. Boo, 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 boo. There we go. All right. Whoo. It's a fun day. A very fun day. Let me get to my YouTube link. I can post that around because, like a ding dong, I haven't posted any of these around. And holy crap, if I shouldn't have posted some of these around. Join me tonight. Right now, I mean. Let's talk escapism. Whoops, that was wrong. Let's try this again. Booblish. There we go. All right, that'll work. Let's just share this to Twitter. Tweet it. Let's write tweets. Join me. Here. Right now. Not later. That's all we're gonna say. That is all we are going to say. How are we doing? We have audio. I haven't actually checked. Check. Oh, sounds good. I actually hear it. Good to go. Good to know. What are we going to talk about today? I have no idea. What we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about these 7 notifications. That's something we're going to talk about. Look at all these people. New subscriber. Oh, why all you people subscribing to me? Oh my, only one here. Oh my goodness, it's like I only just now posted the link and was super busy with family and everything with this weekend coming up. 4th of July weekend coming up. So everybody get excited about some fun stuff popping off. But yes, because I had family coming in, I completely spaced on actually getting the link posted, on getting all of that prepped for everybody. So we'll see. I just now posted it. We'll see. how everybody trickles in, if they do or not. I know Comics Relief Crusader also does a stream right about now, so he may have some of that chat going, but we will have our own fun over here. I am without sake. Oh no. I have to go get my sake. I'm going to use the potty break video. I will run, I will get the sake, and I will come back. You had your alarm on for 4 a.m. I am so happy that I am here, because earlier today I was questioning if I should do a video or if I should hold it off again, because we got family coming into town, and sometimes when family comes into town, it takes a little bit extra time to do things. But I was like, you know what? No. It's a new season coming up. We gotta stick around. We gotta chat. We gotta talk. We gotta do some escapism tonight. Because when you get family in town, that's when you gotta focus on your escapism even better, even more strictly. We got pop culture popping in. Thank you very much for showing up tonight. Glad to see you both. I'm glad you have a 4 a.m. Can I just say, the concept of someone having an alarm on for 4 a.m. makes me queasy. Just the idea that you would set an alarm that early in the morning just to say hi. I am so humbled by that. So thank you very much. Pop culture, always good to see you. I may be I don't know if you can tell, but I may be throwing in a life rope, a raft, an emergency ladder, a ripcord. That link may be hitting you sooner than later. Because I have been a busy wizzy boy today, getting everything ready in this house, and now I have to go get some sake. So I will leave you with my potty break song while I run and grab some sake. So please enjoy the potty break song 10 minutes in to Blaine's Escape Corner. Adieu. I'm back. I did it. I got sake. Oh my goodness. You're going to stay awake all night long. Got tired 2 hours ago, so I set up the alarm. All right. Well, I will stick. Oh no. Oh no. It's like a square bottom, so you've got to kind of work it, work it out. Kampai, everyone. Let's have some fun tonight. You were going to stay awake all night, but got tired 2 hours ago, so you set up the alarm. Kitty Bear, Stephen Paul. I want you to please have some form of phone or computer that can receive audio and send just the image of your I want you to have that image, that that bearded man image as your main image. Can you please chat with us on Funtime Friday? So every Friday I send out my Restream link just to have an interesting chat with people. See what they think about anime, see how the anime area is going. It's a big onus of this channel is to create a space in which people can get together and talk about the things that help them escape. That's why I named it the Escape Corner, because sometimes you need your corner of the internet. Like, as you're a little kid, getting sent to the corner, getting put in timeout sucks. But as an adult, you're like, man, I just want some timeout. Just put me in the corner for a minute, let me recharge, and then I'll come back and I'll be good to go. That's the entire premise of the channel. And I feel like you have a wealth of anime knowledge that we can dig into. We've got Steven Ransom, we've got pop culture, we've got Comic Crusader. We have so many people that pop onto that panel that have seen anime and done anime. I haven't talked to anyone that hates a genre of anime and has also seen all of that genre of anime. So I feel like you've got a good insight. I'd like to tap into it. If it's not good for a Friday stream, you won't be on streams. Okay. I'll bite that bullet. This conversation isn't over yet, but let's. I hope we find a way to make that a thing where we get to chat with you on stream. My locals community was approved. Woohoo! Locals, yay! My locals is free. All you need is a locals account. And my reasoning is, if I post there and you're signed up on my locals, you'll get the locals notification. So my entire purpose right now is just a free community in which you get notifications of when I go live, of things that I'm doing. And then I want to add a little bit more. When you're on Twitter, when you're on Facebook, when you're on YouTube, you want to sort of have the presentation face. You don't really want to show your friends. You don't want to show, and stuff I love, right? I love camping. I love fishing. I love shooting. I love different shooting sports. Things that I also escape with. I think I'm going to tie them into the locals page so that I can have more content there that will be more of just like who I am when the camera's not on. The me you see right now is the me that talks anime, right? Like, at the end of the day, I call it Escape Corner. We can talk about any video games, anything like that. It's still me talking video games, talking anime, talking all this kind of stuff. I love talking fishing because fishing is so stupidly personal that the people you talk fishing with are the best because they have the lure, the brand, the string, whatever their combination is the combination you need to use. I love that kind of stuff. So I want to go live on locals with some of my friends, and they would be more open to going live on locals. I'm much more of a let me throw the damn pole and see what happens kind of fisher, whereas some of my friends are like, I need this, and this, and they line it all up. So I think they would be a lot more fun. I think they'd be a lot more interested in something with a smaller community where I can guarantee that it's just people who are interested enough in who I am to see who I am when I'm on a lake. I mean, it's still me. It's still the Blaine you see here who's going to throw that lure, who's going to throw that bait out there and jig it around. But, a little bit different conversation when I know a whole heck of a lot less, right? So that's primarily what I see locals being a stuff I'm doing more in my personal life, as well as just the notification channel. So as of right now, it is free 100% across the board. You can interact, you can do whatever you want. You sign up on my locals.com page, blainsescapecorner.locals.com. and you can get as much information as you need. If the community gets to a point where the free interaction becomes a problem, or I have something, it'll be one of two things. Either the things I have to offer are interesting enough to me that I think they're worth money, or the interaction gets to a problematic point where I don't want to have to keep deleting people's comments, so let's just put $1 a month behind it, because at the end of the day, this is supposed to be fun. Let's have some fun. Let's enjoy our chat. Let's talk together. Let's enjoy our community here. And if I have to moderate the community an obscene amount, then just to keep myself on a platform, then we're gonna put $1 or a couple bucks behind it. So we'll see how it goes. As of right now, again, it's completely free. So join me on blainesescapecorner.locals.com. Multiple reasons why I won't. First, you have no filter. I love that. Maybe we should talk on Locals, where they also only have one filter, and their filter is pornography. So as long as you're not saying something that someone viscerally sees pornography, I think you'll be good to go. So maybe we can do that. You have a multiple mental illness. Worst of all, being the multiple personalities. Chat allows me to filter and delete the bad stuff. I want the bad stuff. I don't want the filtered chat. I want the straight up Kitty Bear, Steve, and Paul. Oh man. Okay. Compromise. I want to have a chat with you. Just you and I, because I'm pretty sure you're on the other side of the hemisphere from me. So if you're on the other side of the globe, you and I sitting down in a bar is not going to happen. So I want a chat with you, and I will not record the chat. I will not have the audio, will not have the video, will not have anything like that. It'll just be you and I talking. We can drink, we can eat, we can do whatever. I just want to talk because, like I said, you yesterday said you hate sports anime, and then I said, what about? And you had seen everything that I offered as good sports anime. So for someone who hates sports anime, it blows my mind that you've seen everything that I think is good sports anime. You could tell that I'm interested in this because there's veins in my neck that are appearing that I need to converse with you. So whether or not you want to go live or be on streams, I at least want to talk to you just because you seem like an interesting person. So let's have a chat, with the one caveat being I get to talk about anything you talk about. That would be my one request, is I will not record it. I will not have any form of memory on the computer regarding our chat. But I want to talk to you so that I can have it in my brain and be able to reference it from time to time, because you have got some hilarious chats that pop up in our in our live stream here, and I would love to pop on with that. Oh my goodness. All right, last night we looked through the summer season, and I made a list of all of the summer season anime that I'm interested in and ready to go see. I'm stoked to see those. And then this morning, I woke up 7:30 or so that I could get ready and be fresh as a daisy for Brandon, the anime guy, so that we could watch, or I literally scrolled him through because little inside baseball, he was like, hey, let's talk about summer anime. And I was like, cool. He's like, yeah, we can look at anime lists and I can build a list. And I was like, cool. I kind of thought he was going to be scrolling through and making the list. And then we popped on and he was like, oh, do you want to share? And I was like, sure. Again, it makes more sense for me to scroll through the list, but I was not expecting that. It was a bit last second on me. You were asleep at time, missed the stream. Oh no, that's okay. You're here for me now, so we can talk about it. Plus streams turn to videos that you can watch on your own. It was different. So the way I scrolled through the list of summer 2022 anime was definitely me scrolling through the list. Like I'm nope. Yes, no, yes, no, yes. You know, I can scroll through, I can see a thing, I can push past it. So I think we spent last night about 40 minutes to an hour on the summer 2022 season. This morning, it was 8 a.m. until 9:40. Like it was a hefty stream. And I know Brandon does his breaks, so like we usually take like a 30-second to a minute to do a little anime break in between some things. But even so, we spent a lot more time just talking about the shows, I think, which definitely a little more intrigue. He's got a larger audience. We've got more people to sort of say, here's what is going on, here's what we think, and here's why we think, you know. So I get it. There's more to it. I was not expecting to be the one scrolling though. So fun to scroll. Again, not expecting it. And sleeping is important, so make sure you sleep. It's the ultimate escape is sleepism. All right, let's see. Let's see if we've got any fun articles, because like I always love a good article or two. Sometimes the way they're written is just so funny. Okay, that might be good. That might be good. No. Okay. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun. Here we go. I found it. I found our 3 diddly doos. Just takes a little bit of browsing and you've got some content in a heartbeat. Content number 1. Sailor Moon debuts delicious first look at its 30th anniversary cafe. Oh boy. This is one of those weird instances where you look and you're like, 30th anniversary. I'm 31. I'm almost 32. What? How is Sailor Moon 30 years? Like, we're hitting the point where for me, anime is younger than me. And I realized that when we saw Tokyo Mew Mew on a new version on the list, and it was like, oh, 2 decades ago, the original Tokyo Mew Mew came out. Like, oh, anime is younger than me now. Because I grew up, as every kid does, looking and watching and enjoying things that are older than you. Because if you're a kid who likes Spider-Man was designed way back in the day, right? Like, you're not going to be as old as Spider-Man when you're a little kid. But then eventually you hit a point where, like, you are as old as your superheroes, and you're like, oh no, my life. Oh, but here we go. Sailor Moon has a 30th anniversary. It looks like we've got an omurice, which is an omelet. with fried rice inside of it or underneath it. They'll sometimes put the omelet on top of the fried rice and then cut the omelet, and then it opens up, and it's a gooey, moist internal on that omelet that lets the skin open up over the fried rice. It's just delicious. Some little burger sliders, a beautiful little cake of some kind, and then of course parfait. Gotta have some parfait. It is some good looking food, as well as the 3 drinks plus I'm gonna call it a banana split, but I know that that's not necessarily a banana split, but we'll get into it. Let's see what happens. Opening day of the Sailor Moon Museum. There's a Sailor Moon Museum? I am so happy now, and I hope I get to go to Japan because that would be so great. Is quickly approaching, and to help generate excitement for the grand opening on July 1st, just a couple days away, the museum has unveiled many of the Sailor Moon themed menu items it will be offering in its cafe. As detailed on the Sailor Moon Museum's official website. Oh, excuse me. The museum is actually a Sailor Moon exhibition taking place at the Roppongi Museum in Tokyo, Japan. This exhibition will have 3 different phases or volumes, each dedicated to one part of the Sailor Moon story, and will feature hundreds of pieces of art from series creator Naoko Takeuchi. The museum is designed to commemorate the 30th anniversary of the Sailor Moon franchise and will be open for approximately 6 months, opening on July 1st and closing on December 30th. Reminder to future Blaine! 6 months, Sailor Moon Museum official Roppongi. Make it happen. Future Blaine will take care of that. We've got Sailor Moon Magical Girl, as well as the moon with the sailor on the print with the burgers. That's adorable. Again, this is an omurice, I'm guessing. An omelet over rice. Some sort of like parfait cake, probably like a strawberry tiramisu dealy. If you want to talk Sailor Moon, talk to Lethal Lightning, aka Prince Lethal. His original account, Lethal Lightning, got deleted by YouTube. Are they on Twitter, and do they accept DMs? Let's see how crazy tonight gets. What is you said Prince Lethal? Oh, so that's his YouTube channel. So let's go to the YouTube channel here. Let's see if the YouTube channel takes me to a Twitter. Take me to the Twitter. Drive me in the water. Just like the Big Mouth Billy Bass. Twitter. Oh, account suspended. Lethal Lightning. Where is your Twitter account? Prince, hold on, this is gonna take me a bit. How do I get a hold of this human? Discord. Oh, locals. Look at that. Got a locals account. Let's see if this works. But I have a locals account. What do you mean I don't have a locals account? I literally have a locals account. Lethal Lightning. All right. All right. I'm in his community. How do I send him a message? How do I message people? Can I message people on this? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is becoming ridiculous. He hasn't posted on locals since December. That's not gonna work. I need something else. I need something more immediate. Account suspended. He's Australian. Oh my goodness. Him being Australian means he's not real. Instagram? I might be able to get through to him here. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, sure. Turn on those. Chat tells me you're the guy to talk to about Sailor Moon. There is a museum that just released its menu in Roppongi. Would love your take if you are interested. And I will use my invite link to restream. Boom. Bingo. Maybe I made a friend, maybe I didn't. Maybe Lethal Lightning's a cool guy, maybe not. We'll find out. But the only thing on my Instagram is is me smoking the meats. Video of my pork shoulder getting rubbed and smoked. He's Australian, which means he's awake, right? If it's my evening, then Australia should be awake, right? Australia time zone, if it's real. Australia time zone? Australian Eastern Standard Time. What time is it in Australia? There we go. It is right now 12:35 p.m., which is afternoon time. So it's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine to chat to somebody. Oh my goodness. Such a pain. Such a pain to try to just talk to somebody online because they're like, they got suspended on Twitter. Oh, he is real. I don't remember why he got banned, but I do know his original YouTube channel, he had live streams with porn stars and Axel Braun. Well, one of those is a problem. I'm pretty sure you can have porn stars on as long as they aren't performing. That seems perfectly normal and with the times. Willie? Is that my cat? Is my cat yelling at me right now? I just ran into my microphone. Willie, come here. Come here, buddy. This is Willie. He normally doesn't like to stream with me, but he was just yelling from the hallway, and now he's jumped out of my lap. What do you want, cat? Goofball? Petses? Oh, Petses! The Petses are over here! You can't get Petses over there! You're over there now! Oh, he has a Discord. Oh. Oh, sorry. I guess I should find his Discord. This guy's gonna be like, who the hell is messaging me? Who is this guy? All I want him to do is tell me if he thinks these foods are good or not. Hold on, let me put on a headset and see if this guy's any cooler or not. 1 second. Okay, he's got a funny voice. I'm down. All right, Discord. Getting them Discord yeah, I'm going there. I am human. Each image that has a motorcycle. Oh gosh, that's a scooter, not a motorcycle. Do I click it or not? Hold on. Unshare this tab. Share the important tab. Hold on, internet. I need consensus here. Please click an image containing a motorcycle. I picked the motorcycle. I picked kind of a motorcycle. Is the scooter a motorcycle? Do we count scooters as motorcycles? Do we? Is a scooter a motorcycle? I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna freaking snip this right now. I'm snipping it. Snippity-doo-dah-day. Please click each image containing a motorcycle. I'ma tweet it and we'll see what people say. Tweet, I tweeted it out. Kitty Bear, thank you for the follow. You identify as an orc. That is great. I hope to be the butt of your jokes, because nothing would make me happy than making somebody else happy in lieu of. I'm going to verify it as a motorcycle. We'll see, pop culture. Oh, it's having me. Each image containing a train. Trains are easy. Trains are trains on tracks. That's easy. Beep, beep. All right, we're in. We're locking it. We're cutting it in. We're breaking in. We're doing it. Thank you, pop culture. But it is a motorcycle. To keep people safe, I need to verify my age. My age is old and damn enough, you bastards. Do you remember the day? This may mean less for people older than me. Do you remember the day that you stopped putting a fake age in and started putting in your real age because it didn't matter anymore? That happened for me. Bum. Bum. Yeah, okay. Get me out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Wait, it's not me? It's not signed in as me? How is Discord not signed in as me? What is going on around here? Hold on, let me... What in the heck is going on? Blaine's Escape Corner, right? Like, that's my email. Boop, boop, I'm a human. Wait, that's wrong? What about this? Oh, my goodness, I'm messing up passwords now. And I have to hit I'm a human each time. Get out of here. Contain a car, contain a car, contain a car. Done. Contain a car. I ain't a robot. What? That's wrong? All right. Forgot password. Get out of here. I forgot my password. Oh, this is a pain in my ass. You fake date all the time on Steam. Steam thinks you're 122 years old. You did send the Discord link to his server. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'm trying to get into his server so that I can click him and send him a link directly to my restream. Because get out of here. Now we go back. Now I go back to this and I say Discord. And Discord RAM open. No, I don't want to open it there. Get out of here. 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 Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, there I am. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Lethal lightning. All right, now to lethal lightning. Duplicate message from Instagram that thinks you are the person to talk to about Sailor. Why am I even talking about Sailor Moon? Moon. If you want to pop on a stream, I'm looking at the food at the new Sailor Moon Museum. Copy. Your message cannot be delivered. This is usually because you don't share a server with the recipient, or the recipient only accept direct message for... Oh my goodness, what in the heckle? Oh. Okay, there's Zax. There's Zax doing stuff. Maybe if I do, I'll just post. You must be a server for it. Oh, I have 8 minutes left before I can talk to the guy. Oh my goodness. Maybe general hangout. No, I still have 8 minutes left before I can say anything. Oh my goodness. All right. Thank you for introducing me to this new human, but we have some time before we can even think about talking. Oh, at least I can accept Pop Culture's Discord friend invites, since I never use that. Oh my goodness. All right, well, while we wait for a potential Sailor Moon Jeebus ingenious person, let's go ahead and figure out what turned Trigun into such a classic anime, because I like Trigun. I don't know why it's thought of as such a good show. This is when the internet gangs up on Blaine. Yeah, the whole internet, exactly. Put in chat you want to ask him. I can send him a DM. I can't do anything. Like I will in 6.5 minutes I will put that I want to talk to him. So we have 6.5 minutes to get through because he's got a timer on his chat. So we'll talk about him later. For now, for Trigun to rebooted in 2023, its predecessor, the original Trigun anime, had to be something really special. Here's what made it a success. We'll look at Mark York in a second. Trigun was one of the biggest anime to come out of the late 1990s. You meant this chat, YouTube chat? Oh, like put him in what I want to ask you. I don't want to ask like what does he think about the What does he think about the cafe menu at the Sailor Moon museum cafe? Like, are they categorically appropriate? Are they what he wants? Like, what's going on with that museum? And is it what he's looking for? So I feel like there's more to that than meets the eye, but we'll find out. Trigun, going back to the article, was one of the biggest anime to come out of the late 1990s. The fact that it's getting a reboot in 2023, literally 33 years later, should stand as a testament to its success. That and the Badlands Rumble movie came out in 2010. This series is a true classic. As for what led Trigun so popular in the first place, As for what led to Trigun so popular in the first place, that's a bad sentence. We need to edit up this sentence. There are plenty of answers to that. Obviously, there are standard things like endearing characters, a good mix of drama and humor, well choreographed action scenes, and a catchy soundtrack. You can also say follow at Blaine's Escape Corner, and he will send the restream link. There's the other thing you could say. What No Editors does to him, motherfucker. Look at him writing things and thinking he's got a good way. He still got to pay for this article. But he only got to pay for the article. You're not going to pay for the ad revenue. That's why I feel fine using an ad blocker, because they don't get paid for the ad revenue. As for what led Trigun so popular in the first place, thank you, Serranos, for pointing that out. There are plenty of answers to that, obviously. Obviously, there are the standard things like endearing characters, a good mix of drama and humor, well choreographed action scenes, and a catchy soundtrack. However, in order to be truly worthy of a reboot, Trigun needs a memorable story that withstands the test of time. The initial popularity of the first anime also helped. With that in mind, here's what earned Trigun such a special place in people's hearts. I also have my Instagram. Since I sent out a message on Instagram. I sent someone an Instagram message to see if they would pop into my stream. What a silly day this is. You don't think you're gonna respond today? All right. Well, we'll talk to him another time then. We'll move forward with that. It's not that big a deal. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much for making that connection, because whether or not we talk today, just the couple seconds that I heard from them are probably someone I want to talk to. Probably, and I'm gonna start by posting in the Discord, just like you wet ass P word. Why don't you come on my stream and quit being a baby? And I'll challenge his wet ass P word, and we'll see what happens. Before getting too much deeper, it's important to know just what Trigun is about. The series is a Western sci-fi set on a desert planet. The story follows Vash the Stampede, an outlaw who, despite his strict code of pacifism, is apparently responsible for leveling an entire city. You know, you can level an entire city and not hurt anybody, i.e. Killdozer, level an entire city and not hurt a soul. You can still be a pacifist. His notoriety makes him the target of outlaws, bounty hunters, and even a couple of lovely insurance agents. Despite everybody's assumption that this harsh environment makes everything about killing or being killed, Vash is determined to spread his message of love and peace. Love and peace. Love and peace. That's how he does it in the show. So if you watch the show, you know what I'm talking about. This is a great premise, but what was really important was Trigun's ability to tie all of these interesting plot points together into a cohesive narrative. All right, here is the hottest take you will find on any tube, on anime YouTube, on any Twitter, on anime Twitter, on Discord, on locals. I'm right here. I'm in the box. I'm in the top to the bottom of the sector with the hottest of the hottest for everything that you want everybody to know. The only reason that things like Trigun are considered classics, or considered greats, or considered things that should be remade and remade and remade is because at the time there was nothing else better. Because at the time, we didn't have 50 shows that were coming out in simulcast and simuldub that we could keep up with. We had like maybe 5 shows a season, if that were getting over to America, and you were lucky if one of those ended up in your VHS rental store. And so because it was all you had, it's all you knew, and now you think it's the best, but it's not the best. It's just pretty dang good. And at the end of the day, we have more options and more anime that we can enjoy. And you just think Trigun's great because it's a cowboy western-y thing. And you're like, hey, you know, I think Clint Eastwood's pretty cool. But at the end of the day, Clint Eastwood's just another little bitch who doesn't know how to fire a gun if it's had to save his life. You can say what you want about that damn old man, but he's going to die before I do, and he'll have a good old day. Wow, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. Is that your Twitter address for the follow? No, my. Oh, there's something to, like, when I put in an ear monitor and I can hear myself, it gets just a lot more fun. I feel like it's just a little more fun. My Twitter is up in the description. It's just Blaine's Corner. That's my Twitter @. So if you want to Twitter at me at whatever their new Twitter is, that'd be fine. Also on again, you could say, hey, look at your Instagram messages. All of my Instagram messages are like, hey, we do anime clothes. Can we send you a clothing? And like, I don't have a PO box yet, but I'm thinking about opening a PO box because I got a lot of people that want to send me clothing. So, you know, if they want to market the top shoulders of whatever their clothes are, or maybe a hat or something, sure, I'll sign up. Like, I'm not that prude about any of that. I'll let them market on this channel. Yeah, send them my way on Twitter, Instagram. It was slim pickings for the sheer amount of anime brought over to the U.S. 100%. We had really good Ahegao tank top. I'd be about it. I'd wear it, especially if someone was like, "Hey, we'll give you like $1,000 to like advertise this to your stream." Like, I'm like, "Hell yeah, baby! Give me that shirt." Oh, if I can get a Faku sponsorship or an Ahegao, like, I don't care who's making it. If they want to sponsor me, I'm about it. I'm not weird when it comes to money. I'll take anybody's cash. If I like them, I want to give them good product. If I hate them, I want to take their money. That's always been my preference. Oh my goodness. Sheer amount of anime brought over to the US. Yeah, so it's one of those things that like you don't really get until you start actually looking at the seasonal anime charts. And when you look at this season alone has more shows that I'm interested in watching than 2005 had all year. All year of 2005 can't keep up with the season of 2022. Like, it's insane how much anime that's worth watching just from a blink. It's just crazy. Food lobby calling for 6ix9ine for 6ix9ine. The food lobby with their dang gold, they'll be like, all right, you gotta get in here with them 6ix9ine and 6ix9ine. I'll be like, you know what? 69 for 69. Give me that food money. Where that food money at? You got your food money? I want some of that food money. Oh, it's hard. It's hard to move the beard and keep it on my face at the same. 69 for 69, everybody. Check out my new sponsors, the Food Lobby. Woo! Oh, I freaking love it. I love it. There is going to be a time in the future when I end up on a Nick Rekieta stream or a Drex stream, or somebody who knows what I just did means is gonna be streaming with me, and I'm gonna pop that on when I start mimicking a fucking cuck, and they're gonna die. They're going to die of laughter because I have digital cuck face. Oh, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to show off. They're gonna be funny forever. I don't care. Like, here's the deal, right? Here's the reality. Jack Murphy can come out and turn his life around, say, that was the old me. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not about that. I need to turn over a new leaf. Yes, I thought that was real. I'm gonna do this. Blah 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 blah. His beard will still be symbolic of somebody who couldn't answer a damn question about what his past was like. I will grant you, my past is not online, and my past is not videos like that or articles like that. However, if you were to ask me about the most embarrassing, annoying, I'm trying to think if I have anything that's like truly, truly shameful in my past. If you were to ask me about anything in my past, I would have an answer, because at the time I thought it was correct. At the time I thought it was what I should do. At the time I thought it was a thing. Maybe it is. Maybe I was half right. Maybe I was wrong. You know what? I had the right line of thinking, but I wasn't thinking like in the more like my thought process was good, but I didn't have all the information. Any number of things. I could have any answer for that. But to shut someone down, fuck you, Harfeld, fuck you. Is such a lame, bullshit little baby way to cuck yourself out of the damn answer. Just answer the question, retard. Like, get out of here. Who cares? You feel like most people that hear his journey would find it hilarious. 100%. 100%. And people that hear his journey from episode 1 and his Chatterbait stuff isn't the flashback arc would also laugh and find it hilarious. Like, dude, we watched this guy do crazy things. What is he doing on them? What is he talking about? Well, I've seen him do this. They're the ones laughing the hardest. He's so bad. Again, so easy for him to lie through it. He doesn't even have to lie. He doesn't even have to lie. He can say, that was the past. Not a lie. It's true. It was in the past. He's not admitting that he still feels that way. He can say, you know what? That was my past. It may still be his present, but it also was his past. He doesn't even have to lie. That's the thing that is so mind-blowing about that entire event, is all he had to say. He didn't have to say, like, that was my past, and now I feel better. Now I'm doing this. Now I'm doing that. Now I'm doing this. He only had to say, that was my past. End of story. And saying something that ends there tells you that it's done. That was my past. Whatever you just asked me is no longer a part of my present, even if it is, because of the way that I ended that sentence. That was my past. Every time someone impersonates Jack Murphy, his voice gets one pitch higher. Yeah. Can you guess why? Can you guess why it gets a little higher every time? The most embarrassing thing ever happening to me was being shown in my underwear being arrested on my country's news. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's talk for a bit. Hold on. Let me Bash is good. He's got good morals. He has hardships and he continues, but he's positive. End of article. All right. I am unable to be embarrassed. Not because I'm some sort of crazy sociopath or anything like that, but because my mother wanted to be a part of every church production we had growing up. And because of that, I also got roped into acting parts, acting characters, being in front of people. My mom in her position growing up would want to tell people like, oh yeah, little Blaine did this, little Blaine did that. But like I was examples for other mothers to know that like what they were going through was normal. So everything about me has always been open to other people, and thus embarrassment just has never been a thing that I feel. I don't know how you feel about that, but I can tell you that somewhere there is body camera video of me on a cop car. And it's probably hilarious. And as long as you think of it as hilarious, you'll be okay. You'll make it through. If that's your most embarrassing moment is being public in your underwear, I'm public in my underwear every day I get away with it because I don't like putting on pants and I have a yard of plants that I need to water. So, la-di frickin' da, here I am. You know, I'm kind enough to wear at least some man briefs, but you get what you get sometimes in this area. Oh my goodness. You did a lot of church plays as a kid. Yeah, exactly. Anyone whose parent was like heavily involved in their church has no sense of embarrassment because those ladies, I love them. My mom is one of them. But those ladies share every detail of their life. And I say this specifically for like the church community, but I'm sure I am 100% positive, based on what I now know as an adult, that any group of mothers that are talking about their children also do the same thing. Share all of the same information, share every little detail, every dirty diaper, every peed in the corner, every little Billy went into the refrigerator and drank the apple juice and peed in the container and he thought we wouldn't notice. You know, every stupid story you could think of is being shared by some gaggle of mothers somewhere. So I think that this superpower of not being embarrassed by anything belongs to everyone. I think they all can tap into it. You just need to realize that the weirdest and worst thing you ever did as a baby, your mom told some other mother about. Somebody that now, looking back, you'd be like, it's kind of a MILF. They know your weirdest, wackiest secret of all time. And just thinking about that, it's like, why be embarrassed? Just embrace it. Everybody's going to laugh. And if people laugh, at the end of the day, you made people laugh. Oh, is that the worst thing you've ever done with your life, is give other people a chance to laugh? I call it an honor. I used to write copy for advertisements, and I would love when I would get something wrong, and I would have 9 or 10 people that are like, you spelled this word wrong. Oh, you should have used a comma. Oh, you this part was wrong, or this piece was wrong, or this, blah, blah, blah. You know why? Because I got traction from other people commenting and looking at my post thinking it was wrong. Whether or not I did it on purpose, another question. And number two, if I didn't do it on purpose, then I got to make that other person happy, joyful. They feel more important. They feel stronger. They feel smarter. I made someone in the world feel smart because they pointed out that I forgot an apostrophe. At the end of the day, I forgot an apostrophe, and they pointed it out. And you know what? I got to learn, and they got to feel smart. So I'm about it. I love it. I love when people get too deep into those weeds. You score a 9 out of 10 on socio and psycho scale. You don't get embarrassed. You only mention it as what should be the most embarrassed moment of your life. Good. Here's the deal, right? Good luck reading your chat. I read your chat. That makes sense. The difference between a good salesman and a sociopath is a diagnosis. That is, at the end of the day, the real difference. Because you, as a salesman, as someone who's interested in getting other people interested in buying something, your entire goal is to figure out what that other person wants, how they want it, and what is the best way to convey to them the information you have about the product so that they will give you money. And for a sociopath, the end of your day is to make sure that no one else knows you're a sociopath, to see what they think, what they want, what they have. And you don't have any connections to any of that, but you can make it happen. And so you make it happen as the best you can. Like again, the only difference in a sociopath and a salesman is a diagnosis. Psychopathy, a little bit different. From what I understand, psychopathy gets a little more into like things that should be repulsive are not, which at the same time is like, how is that different than like a surgeon, right? Like cutting open a human should be repulsive, but surgeons do it all the time. So are they all psychopaths? Like where does this line go? I'd be curious to talk to somebody who knows more about mental health to figure out more on the psychopathy and sociopathy scales. Maybe we get into that. Maybe we get into how escapism affects mental states. You don't care what the hell people think of me. Thank you. Samesies. What? Who cares? Like, at the end of the day, if you're you and you're having fun, and here's where it ends, right? I don't care what people think about me until they take those thoughts into action that stops me from being able to make a living, right? We get into things like Act-Man, right? Where he's talking about quantum TV and they're going back and forth, and he's pointing out how quantum TV is doing X, Y, and Z, and then quantum TV is leading brigades against him. And now Act-Man doesn't have a channel. Act-Man is trying to find other things to do. This has happened 1,000 times on the internet. that's where it ends, right? That's where, I don't care what people think of me, but I do care what people do about me. So if people get to a point where they say, this guy can't talk anymore, then we have a problem, because what do I say in our little escape corner that's really that big a deal? Like, honestly, at the end of the day, we say some jokes, we have some fun, and we need to, just come together and say, hey, you know what? I had an okay day. I had a great day. I had a mad day. Whatever your day was. But this show got me through the weekend, right? This show got me through the week because I knew on Friday I'd clock out and I would go home and I'd watch this show and I'd finally catch up and I would be a part of the discourse. And I love that show. So if what people think about me ever affects people getting to come together and talk about what helps them escape, what helps them get away from the crap that they're dealing with in their everyday life, that's when we have problems. But until then, think what you want. I don't really care with how many hours they work. Yes. Outside of some unique jobs, people that aren't self-employed working 60 hours a week are nuts. Sometimes you get that double job, right? You work 230s. You're in an area where the particular job market means you were only able to nail down 2 part-time jobs. So you have 2 24-hour-a-week jobs. So you're hitting that 50, but like sometimes you need to run a little bit late. So you're hitting that 60 plus. Like, you're running 2 jobs. I can see you hitting 60 hours because you're running 2 24s, 2 30s, whatever it may be. If you're running 60 hours for the same company and you're not getting some kind of share of the profits, or something's you're not being well compensated for it, then you're nuts. But if you're being well compensated, if you're aware of what's going on, I had a manager that worked for me that worked constantly, and like my job was to stop him from working because he was just always present, always working, always doing the job. And I just knew it was going to burn him out eventually. And so it was just a constant fight to keep him off it. I don't understand those people, but they're great to find, great to hire. They're wonderful to work with. I cannot wait to work with him in another business. But they don't make sense in my brain because I don't work like that. I just don't. Here's the thing. Just because a person is a sociopath or a psychopath doesn't mean they don't they have to act that way, especially when they're aware of what they are. 100%. Specifically, again, I'll go back to like sociopathy because that's the one I'm a little more familiar with, is you will act in the way that you need to act at any given time, right? Like you're not just this weird, like, I just kill animals and I'm a robot and I'm a bad person. Like, no, this is 2022. For years now, we have known that that's not what sociopathy and psychopathy is. But you are what you need to be when you need to be, which to me, perfect salesman. If I'm selling something, I'm hiring you. Like, that's just how it works, because I know that a sociopath is going to be able to figure out what someone else needs, what they're interested in, how they're acting, how they're thinking, what their patterns are, is going to be able to mirror that, match that, find that, and then do what I need them to do in order to get it from point A to point B. Now, my goal, of course, is to get people what they need for as little money as possible. That is always the goal, right? We want to get people what they want. We want to make them happy. Us getting them what they want does cost something, so we need to have some sort of trade, some sort of transaction. But we want to make sure that what they get is what they want. And sociopaths are very good at that. Very, very good at figuring out what other people want. Don't forget, those of us that work overtime sometimes gotta working for the weekend. You're working on the weekend in those times. So definitely pop culture hitting that up. Now, I will say, a tradesman working on the weekend, getting them tradesman weekend bucks, getting time and a half times whatever your tradesman rate is, a little more enticing, we'll say, than getting time and a half like even at the best, like what was my best hourly? When I was an hourly worker, I think the best I ever got was 1825 in the Seattle area, which is pretty high when it comes to cost of living. So time and a half on that, you're looking at 2026. I can see someone working hourly that's like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do that. But again, working in a little bit better position, where that time and a half, like there's times where you're like, you know what? No, I won't work time and a half because I can go get a part-time job on the weekend, and work 10 hours each day and make full-time there for 10 hours each day instead of making time and a half for you, and I can switch my careers, or I can do whatever I want, but it just depends on the position you're in, of course. So I again, I go back to, as long as you're getting what you need to do what you want, that is the most important thing about work. That's the most important thing about a job. That's the most important thing about everything you do, is as long as you have time is number one, because time is your most valuable asset. You need the time to spend with the people you want. You need the money to do things with the people you want. And that's it. Those are the two things. It's not complicated. The world's not complicated. So if you're like, you know what? A month from now, I want to do this thing with these people. I need this amount of money. You work to make that amount of money to make that happen. You're like, hey, you know what? I want to live in this place, and to live in this place requires this amount of money for this amount of people to live. I'm going to work this hard to make this amount of money happen so that this amount of people can live. It all breaks down to, what do you want and who do you want it for? Because your time and the people you spend that time with are the most important things. And people who are young, people who are just starting work, who are like, yeah, I'll show up on Saturday for you, boss. Sure thing, boss. I got you, boss. They're just thinking about like, oh, I'll get more money and then I'll be able to spend more money at the bar. I'll be able to do X, Y, Z with the money. They're only ever thinking about the money. They're not thinking about the time that they could spend with people, and they're not thinking about the people they could spend the time with. The money is the third thing in that equation, where you say, how much money do I need to do the things that I want to do? Example, Seafair is coming up, right? So I need to think about how much is Seafair, make sure I've got a budget for Seafair, that all the people that I want to go to the Seafair event with will have tickets and be able to go. Like, I have to make sure that that's budgeted out and make sure that that is happening, right? But at the end of the day, it's time with people. It costs me money, but time with people is the most important part. And it always has to be the part. Holy crap, you guys are ahead of me. I got a little sidetracked staring at myself during that one. Let's jump into the chats here. What do we got going on in the chats? We got Naked Snake in the chat yet? No? All right, cool. We'll move on. The way I got away from the crap in my life was by getting on disability fund and staying away from people. Being around people triggers a whole list of mental problems. People are a list of mental problems at the end of the day. Whether you're a functioning member of society or not, everyone has their thing. Everyone has their depression. Everyone has their narcissism. Everyone has their this, that, the other thing, blah, blah, blah. We're all a bunch of minds that are trying to figure out how to communicate through mouths to other people's ears that will then be understood by their minds in order to speak through their mouths in order to then work together. Like, society as a whole is a insane amount of things that have to work together smoothly to form this cohesive whole. And if that cohesive whole doesn't happen, then get away, go do something else, go be somewhere else. That is That is totally fine as long as you know what you are and you know what you're doing. Like that those are the most important parts. Again, time, people, money. Those are the 1, 2, 3. And time, again, if people take away from your enjoyment of your time, go back to the time. Like, no one is going to be that upset that you go off on your own and have a good time. At the end of the day, people don't write books if they don't have time to write on their own, right? Nobody writes a book while they're having a conversation with somebody. Like, some of the best novels in the world took hours of people not talking to somebody to write. So go on your own, do your own thing, and it's okay. We're all here. We'll all enjoy it. Makes more sense if you're pulling heavy hours temporarily. I would do that from time to time. Like, oh, I've got a vacation coming up. I'll pull some bigger hours, that kind of thing. So I think that makes more sense as like I need more spending cash in the future to be able to do a thing that I want to do with other people. That definitely, anytime you're doing big hours, I think you need to look at them temporarily. If those big hours, if those like 60, 70 hour weeks are like, I need 60, 70 hour weeks in order to do what I want to do, or just live my life or pay my bills or something. We need to have like a conversation. We need to figure out what's going on. We need to figure out, like, are you where you need to be? Do we need to find do you need to simply go to your boss and say, hey, I can't live on this. I need a 20% raise. And then they give you a 10% raise and you're like, cool, thanks. What needs to happen there? Because constant big hours with no goal in sight. Like, if you got big hours and a goal, cool, rock it. Get that bag, get it going, make it happen. You need to do the work to make it to that point. Do it. I love it. I'm behind you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to make that happen. But if you're just doing it and there's no real goal in sight, find a goal, get something, find me a reason why you need to do it, and then I can support you. But if there's no goal, then it gets kind of hard for me to say, yeah, spend a ton of time doing a you thing. But without knowing anybody's particular instance, it's always hard to talk about. Sociopaths are great talkers until you point out their flaws. That's when they go nuts, especially when they aren't aware of being a sociopath. Interesting. I want to agree, but a lot of that, I think, comes from a sense of narcissism, which I don't immediately connect with sociopathy. So someone who, if you point out a problem in them, says, like, goes flying off the handle and is like, oh, I can't, blah, 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 blah. Sure, they could still be a sociopath, but like someone who flies off the handle when their problem is pointed out seems so much more of a narcissistic personality disorder to me, that I probably wouldn't even think about their sociopathy at that point. Work to live, don't live to work. Exactly. How did you take everything I was just saying and turn it into a simple line? Work to live, don't live to work. Thank you very much. All I want is a bed to sleep in, a roof over my head, food, entertainment. I got that, so I am fine. You are fine, and that is all we can ask for, Kitty Bear. I still don't even know if you prefer Kitty Bear or Steve or Paul, but I like calling you Kitty Bear, so I'm going to keep calling you Kitty Bear. ADHD, autism, psychosis, manic depression, and split personality. Do not agree with being around normal people. I can be alone for weeks, but for safety, I have one person from something like social services. Good. You know what? The most solo human in the world, like whatever combination of mental traits you want to string together, the most solo, independent, doesn't need to talk to anybody person in the world still has to go to the grocery store. And I think having one person that is close enough to know what's in your cupboard, what cereal do you have, what flour do you have, are you a sugar person, or do you buy monk fruit, or do you buy, sweet and low? Like, like what kind of coffee. If I come over and I ask for a coffee, do I know what type of coffee will come? Like if I show up to your place and I say, "Oh, can I get a coffee?" If I know you're going to go make me a pot of drip coffee, I think you need that human in your life. I think you need someone in your life. I think that's important, to have someone that knows enough to know the cereal in your cupboard, and when I ask for a coffee or a tea, what's probably going to come out. Those two things are important. And whether that is, a social worker, like you said, or if it's somebody else that you meet, whatever that is, I think everybody in their life needs that anchor to the rest of society. Because if you go off and you go be you in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, and you're having a great time and you're doing you stuff, and then you go to the grocery store and somebody says something and you don't have any real interaction with a human for the past year, your reaction is gonna be bad. Like there's no way around it. Like your reaction is not gonna be great. And I know we're in the Amazon world. We're in the Safeway does delivery. You can get stuff delivered to your house all day long, so you never have to go out. But at some point, you always have to go out. You have to make a phone call. You have to do something that involves other people. And I think having that person in your life that knows what's in your cupboards can make it so that you at least have a point of reference for how to interact with the rest of the world. So as far as you may want to pull away from society based on how your brain works, I think you need to keep that human who knows what's in your cupboards, who knows when you say, or when they say, "Can I have some coffee?" They know what's going to be in that cup without having to check your cupboards or your drawers or whatever it is. At church, there was someone promoting an offer to volunteer at a camp for a week, which was built to accommodate disabled people, but it also cost like $500, which is really not viable for me. What? That's not volunteering. We want to promote a volunteer position for $500. That's a charity position. Your community needs to go to a charity. They need to say, "Hey, will someone give us $500 to sponsor a person who will do this?" That Serranos, you're in my area, right? Like it. You have my Brainstorm Discord profile. Send me some info on that, because that confuses me, because I've never seen that before, where someone says, "Hey, volunteer for this thing," but it's also $500 to the volunteer. Because usually the way those things work, having been on the other side of it, where you're actually trying to set up these events, you say, "We need this many volunteers and we need this much in funding." And so you go and reach out to all the volunteer places, like, "Hey, come volunteer, come help us out, come do this thing." And then you reach out to all of the donation places, all the money places. You say, "Hey, we need this much cash to make this happen. We need this much to happen. We need this, blah, 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 blah." Put your name on a boat and you get this thing. I've been on a boat with Dimitri from Dimitri Seasonings before. There's ways to make it happen where you get money from money people and you get work from work people, and then you make those two things collide that'll actually work out. So I'm confused by that. Very confused by that. Come by once per week, 30 minutes. In fact, you'll be here 3.5 hours. Oh, that's good. That's very good. A sociopath tries to fit in with people around them. They will lie their ass off to do that. If you point out that they lied, they will go nuts. Interesting. I wonder if I've only ever dealt with someone who has like mild sociopathy before, because I'm not familiar with this. And maybe you and me saying go nuts is very different, because to me, someone saying like if I confront someone and they deny, I don't really call that going nuts. For me, going nuts is like throwing fists or throwing tables, like physically moving things would be going nuts to me. So maybe it's just a definition difference. But I've just never met someone that I would consider sociopathic that would go nuts when you confront them with it. Don't go to the store, everything delivered. Yeah, delivery is amazing. I hate Amazon to the depth, the cockles, the balls, the balls of my soul, hates Amazon. But I still order on their damn website because they're too damn convenient. I want it tomorrow. I literally went to a physical store. The physical store didn't have anything that I needed that was similar. I've got to freaking order it from the stupid website that'll get it to me tomorrow. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just screaming at the internet. I was hammering the desk. It is. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm yelling about Amazon right now.
That's valid. I thought you were done.
No. I'm fine. Thank you. I'll hammer out like SOS if I'm like. Okay, that'll be our sign. We'll figure it out. No, I'm fine. Thank you. Thank you for checking on me. Oh, that was my wife seeing if I was okay because she heard thumping because I was pounding the table, shouting about Amazon. Oh, I should probably wrap up this stream here pretty soon. Let's get through these chats and then and then I'll get down to the family. Organization based out of Jacksonville. Interesting. I'm not familiar with anything Jacksonville. They do have a scholarship where they will pay for some people to do it. That's, again, stupid. People who have time to volunteer and people who have money to give are not the same people. So you should split that every time. You should say, hey, donators, give me money. Hey, volunteers, give me time. And like, that's how all of those things should work. And projects that don't do it that way are very strange to me. I think they said they raised $30K for this year's project, which I assume will be spent across the country. Which, if it's about 500, doesn't really get you a lot of volunteers. Yeah, that is so weird. I raised like $1,000 like 9 years ago when I did an Extra Life, like a give me money and I will play games for 24 hours. So it's like a walkathon, but for the gaming. Walkathons are like a very like Christian elementary school thing. But it was like, I'll play games for 24 hours and you pledge this amount of money, then they donate that amount of money. Like, I think I raised $1,000 on my first ever 24-hour stream. The fact that you've got people that are getting $30,000 as like a project, like that's insane. That's insane. You ask like 20 people. You ask 20 people for $20, you got $400. You're like almost to 1,000. You ask 20 people to ask 20 people for $20. Now you're talking about like what is that? Hold on. My math ain't so good. They got 400 people. 20 people asking 20 people for $20. You got $8,000. You only need to get those people, yeah, exactly. You're trying to get to 30K, you're a third of the way there just by asking 20 people to ask 20 people. Anyway, you've been in mental hospital several times. When you say nuts, you mean fighting, throwing chairs, etc. So we do have the same description of nuts. Crazy. I have a friend who is a therapist online, and then I have another friend who's a therapist that I know in person. Let me talk to my in-person friend about that, because that's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. I just haven't encountered that. Rants about Amazon. Order stress ball from Amazon. Yeah. Yeah. Right now, like just today, I ordered some very specific 2mm lead pencils from Amazon. Because you just, without going to like a specialty store, you can't get 2mm lead pencils anywhere. It's asinine. It's asinine. Jacksonville Presby Church. I think they got that money from their church. Wow, you are just doxing that church. Lol, you're so mad at YouTube when you try to see how long you could game live without sleeping, only to find out after 44 hours, 15 minutes, you could replay the recording or couldn't replay. Oh no! I know back when I did the 24-hour stream, we did it was a YouTube live stream. This was 2016 or so. And I think the whole thing exists. I have the whole thing at least physically on my computer because I recorded while we were doing it. We played Dark Souls just over and over and over and over again. I think we got to like New Game +6, New Game +5 or something like that. Like we played so much Dark Souls. It was so much fun. But yeah, we had to keep the physical video because at the time the live streams didn't save as videos in the same way. It's a conspiracy by Papermate to get the 2mm pencils out of the hands of anime YouTubers. You know what? I think you might be right. I think you might be right there, because ding dang dingly, if I can't find a dangle, like should be able to go to Rite Aid. And I get it, it's not common, but it's a drafting pencil. Like there should be one at like a Rite Aid or a QFC or a CVS. Like one of these places should have a 2mm lead holder. Like even the cheapest form of that. Like just give me something. So annoying. 12 hours is the max. After that, you need to start a new stream. I know you don't have to start a new stream, but you may for the replay. Because I've done 24-hour streams as far back as 2016. I know other YouTubers who have done 24-hour streams. I don't know how the saving works on a 24-hour stream, but I know that I physically kept the stream. Link to the Oregon camp they handed out pamphlets for. Thank you. Thank you for sending the link. You know what? Mark York, with his Trigun article, can whatever. Who cares? Looks like it was out near Tillamook. You know how many people know how to pronounce that? Not many, and even fewer in the stream. I love Tillamook. I like Dairygold and Tillamook. I remember you doing kids like outings there. It was a ton of fun. What the heck are those called? Field trips. We would do field trips to Dairygold and Tillamook. Tillamook was the best frickin' ever when it came to all that. I'm gonna save this one for next time. It's about mind-bending anime films are great fun, but some of them can be too bizarre. I think that sounds like fun for tomorrow. And I've got Birdie Wing to watch tonight, so you know what? Kind of a big deal that I need to get on. So I'll be jumping on that choo-choo train, if you know what I mean. Longest recording I made was back in 2015, playing Star Wars: The Old Republic. 65 hours of gaming. And after that, I learned 14 minutes into the recording, my microphone had broken. Oh. I have lost audio like I used to do a let's play with a friend of mine. We called it Frantic Chaps because it made sense. And we would lose audio and have to re-record, and you can just tell you're like, I am annoyed because I'm having to re-record this audio. We lost video. That was the best thing that ever happened. We lost video for a short chunk, and so I actually animated a chunk of the game like with real quick sketches to make it kind of match what we were talking about on the screen. Felt very if Madness Combat meets Rubber Ninja, that's sort of the combo that I was going for. So it was a ton of fun to do when we lost video, but losing audio is always such a pain in the ass. Hate it so much. Ice cream is superb too. Tillamook ice cream is really good. I'm still a bigger fan of like the blue ribbon ice cream and Snoqualmie. I think they do a much better ice cream overall, but Tillamook is so consistent. It's hard to go wrong with what they have. You get almost a terabyte recording without sound. Oh my goodness. Last episode, Birdie Wing. It's the greatest bad day in the world ever. We're gonna get Birdie Wing, but it's the end of Birdie Wing, and I hope, please, Sunrise, stop making Love Live and take a pause on the Gundam and give me golf balls with wings on them. I want a golf ball that has a rose, a golf ball that has a wing, and a golf ball that has a Pac-Man. Give me that 3-ball sleeve. I want nothing else. I know I have the gunpla that I need. I just want Birdie Wing golf balls, please. Please. But yeah, I think with that, I have caught up. I am a catching up. I will talk with everyone tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll have finished some more anime, like I said, from last night to this morning to all the crap I had to get done today in order to get ready for family to come in. Didn't have a lot of time in order to watch any shows, so I wasn't really caught up on that, but we will finish up more of the spring season here this week as we move into, I think tomorrow literally starts some of the summer season. So summer season, hot out the presses. We should be getting some good stuff coming tomorrow. I'm stoked for it. There's a lot of second, third, and fourth seasons that are exciting. However, we have some really, really good original anime series to watch, so I am excited to watch those as well. I look forward to talking with everyone about that tomorrow. Real quick about your name, people call you Kitty Bear. Even Paul is a Dutch pun because of the dialect slang for boner. Also, change the last part of the name now and then. All right, Kitty Bear Boner. How is Stephen Paul a Dutch pun? You'll join the locals and tell me how that's a Dutch pun. I don't understand it. All I know about Deutsch, the actual Dutchland and not Deutschland, is Gouda cheese. Gouda is the greatest cheese of all mankind. Old Amsterdam. I love it. My dad had a Dutch coworker for a while. His name was not Sven. The heck was his name? He had the funniest name. I'm gonna have to ask my dad what his name was, but we went fishing with this guy. And in Washington, we have rats that live at the water. but they're muskrats. And so they're rats that swim and they live in the water. They're like a foot long. They're just these nasty creatures. They're huge, and they just eat fish and whatever. And Cor was his name. Cor was the Dutchman that my dad used to work with. They're fishing, and when you fish and you catch a fish that you want to keep, you hook it through the gills on a chain that you put down in the water so the fish stays alive, so it's fresh by the time you get home, right? And so there's a bunch of ruckus down by the fish, and Cor reaches down, grabs something, pulls it up, and he's got a muskrat by the scruff of its neck, and the muskrat is like, we're like, Cor, no, put it down, get rid of it, get it out of here. And this crazy Dutch guy just boots this freaking rat into Lake Washington. Oh, it's a weird dream memory of mine. I kind of think it's fake, but at the same time, I know that kind of thing can happen. But that's my Dutch person. But he introduced us to Old Amsterdam, Gouda, and I am so in love with that cheese. I do like me a Beemster Kost now. You know, I'm a bit more of a Beemster boy, but my roots will always be in Old Amsterdam Gouda. At the end of the day, only two things you hate in this world: people who are intolerant of their cultures and the Oh, hail comic relief! How goes things? I saw your human form practice that you put on Twitter. That looks good. I like it. I like sketchy things though, like, you know, people just kind of throwing some lines on paper and being like, yeah, I practiced this form. And you're like, that is a dang good human form. I couldn't draw shoulders to waist to hips like that, but I can see that you did, and that makes me happy. Friggin' love all that. Translate. Steve Paul is slang for boner in Dutch. However, in part of my country, they pronounce it in dialect as Steven Paul. Good. Comic practice goes good. Great. I'll send you some works that you can practice. Trees are the thing that's what always gets me. Like, you look at an anime scene, like a manga page, and you're like, this page looks really good, and like most people just focus on like the face or the body or the frame or like the person, and they just move on to the next frame. But when you go look at something that like Joe Ball puts out, or Kentaro Miura or his team, like Berserk, episode or chapters 365 and 366, you go and you look at those, the people's face is like the last thing they cared about. The rest of the page, the trees, the sweeping, the leaves, the way the branches move, all of that, so much more detail in those parts of manga that we really think of as good, high quality manga, than just the face and the bubble box, or the word box, word bubble, whatever the hell you want to call it. So good. I gotta have those 80s and 90s boobs. Medium is premium in the 80s and 90s. Butterfaces. Oh my goodness, you can't butterface that. You can find me on Lethal Lightning's Discord. You can find me on my Discord. It's in the... Wait, is it in the description? Did I put my Discord in the description? I don't remember. No, we're doing locals now. You can find me on locals. It's completely free. You just have to like make a locals account. And anything I do on locals should actually send you a notification of what's going on. It is going to be more of my personal stuff, as well as okay, good, thanks. It's because my Discord's like only a week long, invite. So the only time I ever post the Discord is on Fridays. So every Friday you can get a link to the Discord. It's like when the gates open, like the gates of Babylon have opened and now you can enter. Every Friday. A list of 40 Discord servers. You get lost all the time. My personal Discord account has so many servers, but they're like grouped into like 5 categories, so it makes it a little bit easier. I love that you can do folders on Discord. It's very, very useful for someone like me who has distinct categories of things that they do. But I can see someone with just like 40 random Discords being like, I don't know, they're all escape related. I don't know what to do with them. I don't know what to do there. So I can definitely see that. Folders. Yeah, you can do folders on Discord. Did you not know that? Let me see if I can I make a folder without doxing all my folders. So if you open up Discord on like the PC, at least, I don't know if this works everywhere, but I can click. So like I have this server. I can click it and I can drag it onto this server, and it looks like a little green dot, and then it packages them in a folder. God, I'm old. It's just like making folders on your mobile phone. Don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. Depending, like you'd have a folder full of people that complain about Star Wars. You can have a folder full of people that think Star Wars is great. You can just split it all up like that. End of story. You can have a folder full of people that think manga is great, and you have a folder full of people that think manga is awful. On the phone, oh man, now you're gonna make me open up my phone and see if you can do the Discord server creation from here. So if I swipe over so I can see everything and I press and hold more, yeah, okay. So you can press and hold on one of your servers, and it can move around up and down, and you can actually hover it over one of your other servers, and it will take over that server. Or like it'll become like a folder on that server if you just press and hold on the image of the servers. Are you dying at the fact that I'm giving out boomer instructions on how to use Discord here? Serranos, I recognize that name. I'm gonna have to dig into this a little bit. I recognize that. You have a mobile phone, you get into fights with companies over that all the time. I'm in a fight with a company to not spend too much on a phone that we paid for on our old company. That is a fun fight to have. You get it? Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. First step, is your computer plugged in? All right. Before I finally wrap this up, some companies like my energy company requires to use a mobile app to log into their website, and I can't call them to get stuff done. Back in my day, we had gramophones, not mobile phone. Back in my day, we had car phones, and we liked it. Still have an iPhone 6. You know what? As long as it works. You typoed your area code and now you can't fix it. No, the greatest like tech support call of all time is the person on tech support finally figures out that they've been using their CD tray as a cup holder. Like how do you even get a cup to stay on the CD tray? Like they just made them strong back in the day. Good old rotary phone. Classic. That's impressive. Exactly. It's the greatest. It's the greatest tech support confusion of all time. I don't the cup holder. Put the disc in. Where do I put the disc in? In the disc tray. What do you mean disc tray? The thing that sticks out of the computer. You mean the cup holder? It's so good. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. Plus, like, they work for Boeing, so you know they're probably balancing like a big gulp on there full of coffee. Just black coffee in a giant, like 1 gallon big gulp, balancing on like an old IBM beige CD tray. Oh my goodness. You have no player in your PC. Yeah, nobody does. Nobody has CD trays anymore. I have a CD tray that I have to like open my computer up to then plug it into the motherboard directly because I don't have it in the case. Because who uses a CD tray? I download everything. I have USB drives, but I never need one because if something gets on a USB drive, guess what? I downloaded it. And if I can download it, I just go onto the internet and get it anyway. Who puts a CD in the damn tray anymore? Nobody, except for the copy of Adobe that I have on disc from when I bought it in college. Holy crap, why am I getting so worked up about this? You have no player. I have a DVD player, but not installed. Maybe you should install it. If it's got room, install it. If it's a USB style, don't. Just plug it in when you need it. CD. Yes, Comic Relief Crusader. CD. It's this crazy thing that happened after cassette tapes where we figured out that light carries more data than magnets. And so we were able to pack more data into a compact disc that was able to spin around at speed and be measured by light waves. And then we turned it into DVD that had even more data. And now we have Blu-ray that has even more data. But none of that even matters anymore because we just stream everything to our computers and to our TVs and to everything in our life. Because who cares when the internet works? I'm on fire tonight. I started on fire tonight. I started this show not with 10, not with 20, not even 40. Before I jumped on this stream last minute the way I did, I had 60 ounces of margarita in me. Family coming to town means we're having Mexican. And I don't know why, because I'm white as the driven snow. But when family's in town, we go to the local Mexican place, and Ted makes the best margaritas. So I had 60 ounces of margaritas. Oh, you'll install it again on your next PC so you can play all the PS2 games you got upstairs Gathering Dust. The crazy part about PS2 games and PS1 games is you can just put them in a PS4 or 5, and they work. They just work. Not bad. Exactly. They're not bad. I love jalapeno margaritas. Shot Hound, I have been known to dabble. You finished Skeleton Knight in Another World and Spy Family. So good, so cool. Okay. For real though, were you or were you not upset that Spy Family episode 11 teased puppy and episode 12 no puppy? Where puppy? Where doggo? I want doggo in Spy Family. There is no doggo in Spy Family. We did not get what I wanted. Skeleton Knight, freaking amazing. So much yes. I loved it. The only thing I can ever think is more of the like, let me help grandma get her groceries, let me help her cross the street, let me help the little girl get weeds, like a little more of that. and then we can ramp up to Skeleton Knight, like, dominating the world. But we know he's going to destroy the planet. Like, he's just that strong. But a little more of him, like, I am just a humble knight, as he's wearing, like, like, I'm a humble knight, whoop, as he, like, throws his giant armor around as he's, like, storming around in the guild. Like, I wanted a little more of that before we got to the Skeleton Knight of, like, I'm crazy, crazy madman. This should have reversed it. What happened to the dog? Exactly. Since we know there's another season, you're good. Yes. I am so interested to see in season 2, will we get the same double studio action, or is one studio or the other going to take over? That is my big question going into season 2 of Spy Cross Family, Spy X Family, whatever the hell you want to say, I'll say it too. Skeleton Knight, yes, more exclamation marks. It is a little bony, if you know what I mean. My wife is calling the cops. No, she's not, because I'm not. I've stopped hammering the desk. The new rule is if I hammer the desk, then she will call for an ambulance because she knows I'm in trouble. As long as I don't hammer the desk, we'll be fine. And as long as nobody brings up my hatred for corporations, then we will be okay. That is a phrase that I think most of humanity can get behind. You don't have any PlayStation consoles. PS2 got stolen along with Resident Evil movies. The dumbass left over 100 PS2 games untouched. Just took the PS2. I have like 2 of them just sitting on this shelf back here as like support shelves for various figures and stuff. PS2, like, there's a bajillion of them out there. That's a weird thing to choose to steal, especially when you could get the best game of all time, Soul of the Samurai. I freaking love it. You can watch me play it on my Let's Play. I encourage everyone to do so. He's saying hi. That would be really interesting to keep the collab going. I'm wondering if part of the deal with 2 studios working on it is that they could do 2 seasons. That way they each get paid for like 1 season's worth of work. And they're able to put out 24 episodes instead of just 12. I'm wondering if part of this whole negotiation, of part of this whole double studio deal with Spy Family is that they're going to do that 24 was already in the bag. Because let's be honest, they announced season 2 the day season 1 ended. And I know season 1 got all the, it's the best anime of all time, it's the best anime, the best anime, the best. It's a very good anime, very fun, very enjoyable. Best of all time, I don't know about that. One in which you would end a season not planning a season 2 and then be like, you know what, let's give the people season 2. No, this was planned. This was in the bag. This was part of the deal, was like, we're going to work together. We're going to get 2 seasons worth of anime payout so that we can cover all of our expenses. We'll do every other. I am sure they will continue this double studio deal through season 2. There's no way they don't. No way. No way they don't. Nice dark elf got to see a boner in the bathtub. And not the only dark elf with a boner in the bathtub, if you know what I mean. Mindok Shy. People saying people's name unless it was a Modedone. I said that Japanesey, if you know what I mean. I'd be surprised if there's only 2 seasons. I don't know how long the manga goes and where we're at. I would also be surprised if there's only 2 seasons. But let's see. Spy Family manga. Let's just see specifically where the dog starts. Chapter appearances. Oh, it's spoiler. Expand. mission 18, or is each chapter a mission? 15. Yeah, okay. So chapter 18 is when Doggy starts. So if I do Spy Family chapters, chapters and volumes, you're up to 61. Woo, baby! So we have only seen at most 17 out of 60. Let's get us our little calculator here. 28%. So that means we got 28. Gosh, my math skills. That's not the right way to do it. If 12 episodes is 28%, then how many episodes is 100%? So 12 is almost half of 28, so 50. So 50 episodes. So potentially we have 3 more cores that we could go through in order to watch up until the current Tankobon format chapters, which they release the new chapter in the weekly series, but then Tankobons are like they do 4 chapters in a little booklet. So they go all the way up to 64 right now. So we could see up to 50, 60 episodes. So potentially, get that 5th core in there, get that 5th chapter, get that 5th season, get it real exciting. So probably pretty good. Probably pretty good to get some more seasons of Spy X Family. And it's fun. I have not watched the dub yet. I heard Zach's talking to Brandon about how the dub was really well done. It's a comedy, so I think dub always just works a little bit better with comedy, because hearing something in your own language is always a little bit funnier. So I hope that if they keep this up, if they keep going with it, they just get even better with the comedy of the translation, as opposed to going accurate with the translation. And I know subs versus dubs, blah blah blah. We want the most accurate translation that we can get. But you want to laugh, you want to have fun, and sometimes an accurate translation isn't funny, because Japanese humor sometimes sucks to a Western audience. So it's okay to take the Japanese humor and say it should be funny. Let's make it funny, and just make the scene funny, as long as you do it to be funny. So I hope they pursue that, and they go well with that. We've got Compis for Crusader and Brandon. Compis again, the entire chat. Compi tonight. I love you guys. This has been a blast for sure. Manga's so popular, they only did 17 out of 61. Sure, they'll get 4 seasons by the time it comes to it. Exactly. And it looks like it's closer to 17 out of 64 based on released chapters. 61 is just Tankobon chapters. So chapters that have made it into book format. But with that, I think it's finally time to call it a night. I was trying to call it a night earlier, but you guys, you just want to talk, you want to have fun, you want to make sure that I've got something to talk about, and I appreciate it. I again, that's what this whole channel is about. It's about the interaction. It's about being able to communicate, about having fun with the chat, making sure we're all escaping and enjoying ourselves together. I'm stoked for this summer season. Check out yesterday's stream. Check out this morning stream with Brandon. I have been talking about the summer. The summer's great. It's got stuff that we've been waiting for years. So we've got Classroom of the Elite. We've got new Overlord. We've got a bunch of new stuff, or new seasons of stuff that we've been watching, as well as Call of the Night, the heck is it? The Super Hyper Sports. What the Hyper Sports anime that's coming out is original. We've got Yude Deco, which is original. We've got like 4 original anime that all look really fun and good. That I am stoked for. So get excited, get pumped, because next week we're going to be hitting some of those new seasons, and we're going to be laying down, you know what? Episode 1 didn't get me. Episode 1 hooked me. We're going to figure out if they are fishing right or fishing wrong, see if they got the right bait on the lure, and we'll go from there. Everyone, have a wonderful night. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. I should have seen some more anime, and we got the final Birdie Wing tonight. So fingers crossed that Birdie Wing ends as good as it began. I am hoping that we get more Birdie Wing. But good night, everyone. Thank you much for joining in. Kanpai.